Good morning to everyone. We are very excited to have you here for our virtual parent lunch and learn. My name is Netta Shafir, and I'm the communications consultant working with Pendergast District, the very best district. And we are happy to present to you a fantastic program today. We know you'll enjoy it. And so I would like to introduce our amazing superintendent, Dr. DeBlue, to welcome everybody.
Hi, everybody. Good. Let me see. Good morning. It's only 11:03. I'm excited to be here with all of you today for our second virtual lunch and learn. So I hope you have your lunch with you. You'll see me eating part of my peanut butter and jelly sandwich to keep with the tradition. And we don't forget that we eat and we're together during this time. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks to Ray for this PowerPoint. It's kind of getting us in the mood and the spirit of the weekend. And please, please, please have a wonderful, safe weekend. I am excited about today for Zoom. Please be sure to go to the chat box if you have any questions. We'll be monitoring it to make sure we answer all of your questions. And keep your computer on mute so that when everybody else is speaking, we don't hear any distractions in the background. You can't blame me today because my dog is not with me. He's at my daughter's house. So if we hear a dog, it is not Lily DeBlue's dog. Um, anyway, but if you have any questions, please ask them on chat. And please allow me to introduce our amazing board members, our board president, Susan Sarin.
Hooray!
Thank you, Dr. DeBlue. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining today. It is so good to see everybody. I wish we could be in person, but we can't, but it's great. I'm scrolling up and down just to see everybody's faces. Thank you for joining us today. And I want to thank all of our staff for everything they do day in and day out to keep this school year rolling. You're doing a fantastic job, and I appreciate it. And I want to thank the parents and community for your patience and for also helping out with your child's education. It's so important, in these times, with being online. Our students need a little extra help, and thank you for being there for them. I hear we've got a great presentation today, so I'll turn it back to Dr. DeBlue.
Thank you, Susan. We appreciate you being here. Let's see. And I believe we have Hilda Ortega Rosales with us. Where are you, Hilda?
I'm right here. Hello, good morning, everyone. And ditto on everything that Madam President has shared with you. I won't repeat it. I'm very excited also to listen to all the great topics we're going to have today. It is so important for us to continue to be engaged with our parents, with our community. We know it's not the best way, but we thank you for being here and continuing to be engaged in your students' education. And just a little tip, today is Friday. In just a few more days, we have a very important day coming up, November 3rd. If you haven't voted, please, please fill out your ballot if you have an early ballot and get it dropped off at any of the early voting locations. And if you're going to be voting on election day, remember there may be long lines, so start early. This is a very important election, and we thank you in advance for making sure that you have a voice for your community. Thank you.
Thank you, Hilda. We appreciate you. Let's see. I believe Jet White, our vice president, is teaching. So he won't be able to join us today. But let's see, is Senator Casada with us?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. How about Jose Arenas?
No, not yet.
Not yet. All right. So Carrie, if you'll let me know when they're on, we'll give them an opportunity to greet us. But that's our amazing award-winning board, guys, that we're so lucky to work with. So thank you to the board members who are with us, and the ones who are not with us, we miss you, but you can watch it on recording. All righty, let's see. I'm excited for this presentation today because we have some pretty awesome presentations today. We have our amazing Pendergast counselors that are going to present on emotional tips for families. We have a parent who's going to share with us. And then we have a principal panel. Ooh, this is exciting. So let's get going. Netta, what do we have today?
Oh, we have a fabulous program. Thank everybody for making this happen. It really takes that team effort, and we are so appreciative. It is recording, so that we'll be sending out that link, and you can watch it at a later date. You can share it with friends and family and relatives all over the country. So we really appreciate that. And I want to introduce, first of all, we are so fortunate to have counselors in all of our schools. And I'm going to introduce Mr. A, as he is called, from Villa de Paz Elementary, who's going to talk about staying connected the old-fashioned way. So take it away, Mr. A. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Netta, and thank you guys for the opportunity to be able to present today. And yes, I'm going to be talking a little bit about staying connected the old-fashioned way. Next slide. So as all of us know, 2020 has brought a bunch of new challenges, specifically challenges with staying connected, but we've also come up with a lot of new solutions. You know, a lot of us adults or parents, we're working from home and we're in front of our computer screens. And of course, our Pendergast Elementary School District students, they are in front of their Chromebooks day in and day out, hard at work each day. But let's be honest, there's only so much screen time that we can handle. So how do we stay connected, but being able to disconnect from our devices?
And Mr. A, I'm going to stop you right now and introduce Doreen Gutierrez, who's here to interpret in Spanish for all of us. So Doreen, I'm going to introduce you and give you an opportunity to kind of bring us up to speed here and talk about some of these tips for staying connected and welcoming everyone.
Hola, buenas tardes. Estoy aquí para las familias que necesiten traducción y ellos introdujeron al consejero y él tiene ideas de cómo mantenernos en contacto durante este tiempo.
All right, so I wanted to provide a couple of tips today on how you can stay connected while turning off those screens. One suggestion, guys, is to go outside. You know, I remember when I was a child, going outside was a treat, you know, and you get to go hang out with friends, do those types of things. But we want to connect with our kids. We want to connect with our students. So one suggestion is to do a scavenger hunt. Right now, it's the holiday season. We're getting geared up for Halloween. And so maybe do a scavenger hunt for pumpkins. You can work on your own as well as your child's physical education. Another suggestion is to use your cell phone to track your steps. You know, I know when we're in school, I'm tracking my steps. I know how hard I've worked if I've got up over a couple thousand steps. So maybe you and your child could walk around the neighborhood and track your steps. Maybe add up the number of steps you took and the number of steps that your child took. And you know, there could be a math lesson right there as well. And finally, you know, a little geography lesson for your child might do them a lot of good. Maybe take time to read the street names around the neighborhood as you guys kind of travel around. It helps with your child familiarizing themselves with the neighborhood and how to get home if in the event they're walking.
Perfect. We're going to take a break and let Doreen translate that for us.
Yes, that's a lot of information. El consejero dio 3 consejos que podemos hacer para mantenernos en contacto durante esta temporada donde estamos quedándonos en casa por la pandemia. El primer consejo que él sugirió es pueden hacer una búsqueda en nuestros patios, buscando, no sé, diferentes tesoros o cosas. Otra consejo que le ofreció es cuando nos vamos a caminar en el vecindario, podemos usar nuestros celulares y contar nuestros pasos. Y eso no solamente nos ayuda a hacer ejercicio, pero también nos ayuda con matemática. Y por último, el último consejo que ofreció es cuando estamos también caminando en el vecindario, es que nos fijemos en los rótulos de las diferentes calles y eso ayuda con geografía y además le ayuda a los niños a ubicarse, cómo llegar a casa o conocer el vecindario.
Awesome, thank you, Doreen. And the last suggestion I wanted to provide for you guys is to prepare a meal together. We all love enjoying meals as a group or as a family, but unfortunately, a lot of people are on their phones or whatnot, or in their tablets during mealtime. So one suggestion could be to measure out the ingredients with your child. You know, could be a little math lesson there and have your child help preparing the meal. Maybe you could read off the ingredients to a recipe to your child, or have them read it out loud. And you could even maybe start a new tradition at home of creating a family cookbook, which would be really cool. And one of my favorite suggestions, guys, is to play your favorite song or some of your favorite music while you're preparing your meal. But then to go further and talk about why that song is meaningful, talk about why that song speaks to you, or why your family really enjoys it. It could kind of open the door and bridge the gap between you and your child as far as your music tastes. And so these are just a few suggestions, guys, that to keep you unplugged while staying connected, and hopefully you'll gain a lot from the experience. And again, I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to present today, because we all know how important it is to continue to stay connected with our children, despite the circumstances we're in right now. Thank you again.
Otro consejo que ofreció él es que pueden hacer comidas juntos, pueden preparar comidas juntos. Esto ahora, hoy en día que mucha de la gente está en su teléfono durante la cena, sería buena idea de que como familia preparen una comida juntos. Y otra cosa es que pueden poner música mientras cocina, y así pueden ofrecer diferentes gustos de música, la música que le gusta a sus niños, la música que le gustan a los padres, y es una oportunidad para este tiempo desconectarse, pero mantenerse conectados.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Doreen and Mr. A. These are fabulous tips. And thank you, everybody, for putting your thoughts and giving your feedback and everything. We do review the chat, and any questions that you have or any discussions you want to have, please continue to do that throughout the presentation. I'm going to turn this back over to Dr. DeBlue for a second, another special guest that she's going to introduce.
All right, thank you, Neda. Akeem, those were awesome. You're making me hungry. So the minute you cook, don't forget I want to sample that.
Will do, for sure.
Thank you for those great suggestions, and how easy it is to do educational stuff in everyday living. It's awesome. Doreen, thank you for translating. We appreciate it. You're getting my Spanish going again. And yes, please help me welcome. I believe we see another one of our amazing board members. Jose Arenas, where are you? Jose, I know he's here.
Let's see if we can find him here.
I know I'm. Jose, buenos días, Jose. All right, I'm sure he'll come back on because I see him there. But oh my God, as I'm scrolling around, look at Lori's hair. Amazing.
Okay.
All right, let's continue, Neda, and then we'll go on. Oh my God, Marissa.
Oh my gosh, we sure will, because we have a wonderful parent from Amberlea School, Ariadna Barragan, who's going to talk about some learning tips at home as we are virtually learning with our children. We have a parent who's going to share some absolutely wonderful tips. So Ariadna, please take it away. And
all right.
She's going to do her own interpreting, so that's great. Thank you.
Well, thank you for having me. Happy Friday, everyone. Gracias por tenerme aquí. Feliz viernes. I'm Miss Barragan, school nurse at Amberlea, and also a parent in the district. I'm always finding new ways to help my kiddos, especially right now with virtual learning. Hola, soy Miss Barragan, enfermera en la escuela de Amberlea. También soy un padre de familia aquí en el distrito. Siempre estoy buscando nuevas maneras para ayudar a mis hijos en el aprendizaje virtual. Bueno, les voy a dar unos cuantos tips y trucos. My first tip is number one, set a schedule. With my family, I like to set a schedule, like schedule our breakfast, our school, our breaks, lunch, and family time. Número uno, establecer un horario es muy importante para mi familia, donde tenga el horario de desayuno, de la escuela, pausas, almuerzos y diversión con la familia. Number two, it's very important to get organized. We set up a comfortable learning area for our kids, and we like to make sure that they have their charger in place, their pencils, papers, erasers, and it's very important for them to also charge their laptop a night before. Número dos, es muy importante en mi familia organizarse. Nosotros establecimos una área para aprendizaje cómoda para nuestros hijos, donde también tienen los útiles, ya sea el cargador de su computadora, lápices, papel y borradores. Es muy importante para mis hijos de que carguen esa computadora una noche antes. Number 3, communication. Communication's huge for us. I think it's very good to have communication with our teachers. One of the things or apps that I use is the Class Dojo. I make sure that I'm always communicating with my teachers on how my kids are doing with Class Dojo. And also communicate with your kids. Ask them what is it that they need help on? What are the areas that they're struggling in? Número 3, es muy importante organizarnos. Configure una área de aprendizaje. Número 3, comunicación. Es muy importante mantener la comunicación con nuestros maestros. Una aplicación que yo uso es Class Dojo. Ahí es donde yo me comunico con mis maestros para saber cómo están mis hijos en la escuela. También es muy importante comunicarse con sus hijos para saber cuáles son las áreas en cuales ellos tienen dificultades que ustedes necesitan ayudarles. All right, thank you. Number 4 also is very important right now with pandemic times. I feel like our kids, we all might have certain, we don't always have so much control in certain things, and it's very important for our kids to feel heard and have a sense of control. So for my kiddos, I do have them choose their snack, have them pick a fun activity. This might help for you as well. Have them do dinner, kind of like Mr. A had mentioned. Work together and make dinner together. I think this definitely will bring that sense of control to your kiddo, especially in these hard times. Número 4, es muy importante dar opciones. Ahorita con la pandemia es muy difícil sentir esa sensación de control porque son unos tiempos muy difíciles. Entonces, esto va a hacer que estudiantes se sienta escuchado y que tenga una sensación de control. Sus hijos pueden escoger, por ejemplo, lo que van a tener para cenar, tengan cualquier bocadillo, o ellos escoger sus actividades. Y también, como Mr. Akins había mencionado, pueden hacer la cena juntos. Esto va a ayudar mucho a sus hijos. Number 5, avoiding distractions. I think this is huge. Making sure that their learning area is not in front of the TV or away from the TV. And if your kiddos do have phones, making sure that they are off during learning time, because they can be very distracting. Número 5, evitar distracciones. Tratar de poner su área de aprendizaje lejos de la televisión. Y si sus hijos tienen celulares, es muy importante que los apaguen porque es fácil de distraerse. And number 6, my favorite, make time for fun. It's very, very important right now to make time for fun. After a long day, plan a family time. If that means going for a walk, puzzles, drawing, board games. And I love what Mr. Aiken said, the scavenger hunt. I love that idea. Y número 6, uno de mis favoritos, después de un largo día, planeen tiempo en familia, caminar, hacer rompecabezas, dibujar. Y como dijo Mr. Aiken también, ir no sé cómo se dice scavenger hunt, ir a buscar ciertas cosas en diversión para sus hijos. Bueno, y este es el último tip que les doy. Espero les haya gustado y disfrutado. Yo siempre estoy buscando de nuevas maneras para ayudar a mis hijos. Bueno, cuídense y que tengan un buen día. Lastly, this is my last tip, make time for fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it's of help to your family. Remember to stay safe, and we're in this together, you guys.
Oh, Ariadna, that was fabulous. Everyone's really enjoying the tips that we got from Mr. A and from you. These are things that you can use immediately. I mean, tonight or tomorrow. And so much appreciated that you're sharing from your point of view of how we can all be better as parents and how we can help our families. So those are wonderful. And I want to call on Mr. Arenas, who posted something beautiful in our chat room, to say a few words. So Jose, would you join us?
So good morning, everyone, Pendergast stakeholder groups. My only concern is I want to give Mr. A hard time again because I love that man. However, he's a U of A fan. So go Wildcats, right, Mr. A?
Absolutely. Go Wildcats.
I'm giving you a hard time, sir, but you know, you are a true testament, my friend, to what Pendergast stands for. Oh my God, come on. you are a true testament, Mr. A, to what's going on at Villa de Paz and really our Pendergast community. I certainly appreciate you. I respect.
Thank you so much.
Really,
it means a lot. Thank you.
You know that, and I know I'm in a safe place when I could give you a hard time about your Wildcats and my Sun Devils, right?
Of course, always.
Pero para todos los padres que están aquí, mil gracias para venir y para que están aquí. Ahorita escuché la señora Barragán, muy amable y muchísimas gracias, señora Barragán. Thank you very much. That was beautiful. Ms. Shafir, thank you for coordinating this. Dr. DeBlue and to your team. Para todos los padres que están aquí, el equipo aquí, ¿verdad? Este tiempo es muy difícil para todos nosotros. Estoy practicando mi español, ojalá que no se están riendo, pero este tiempo es muy difícil para los alumnos, para los padres, por supuesto, y para los profesores. Cuando tienen tiempo, por favor, manda un saluda a su profesor, los trabajadores de la escuela, porque eso es muy difícil. It's a very difficult time, parents and students, for all of us, as you know. So, parents, patrons, those of you who are here attending this virtual luncheon, please send your regards to your colleagues, to your teachers, to all the workers at our schools, because they are working hard. Muy amable, mil gracias. Tengo mucho apoyo, mucho orgullo para estar aquí en la comunidad Pendergast. Very, very honored to serve you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And Ms. Shafir, thank you for this time. You didn't need to do that, but that means a lot. I really appreciate it. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Arenas. Always so motivational and inspirational for everybody. And we appreciate you being here. We have an amazing board, as Dr. DeBlue said. We're very fortunate. So now we're going to move on to our incredible principal panel. And oh, look at that. It even lights up. Ray's done an amazing job with our Lunch and Learn today. And so we have 4 of our amazing principals who are going to be with us today. We have Jill Helen, principal of Garden Lakes, Abraham Gonzalez from Villa de Paz, Mike Woolsey from Pendergast, and Siobhan McCarthy from Rio Vista. And we put together some questions for them, and they're going to give us their very best answers to share with you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. So Doreen, I'm going to let you translate that.
Sí, el distrito ha puesto un panel de 4 directores de diferentes escuelas. La directora de Garden Lakes, Jill Helen, el director del Villa de Paz. I'm sorry, what was the other? I don't see everybody. Pero son 4. Jill and Siobhan from Siobhan de la escuela Rio Vista, and the last one, I'm sorry.
Mike Woolsey from Pendergast.
Y el Michael de la escuela Pendergast. Ellos han puesto, escogieron unas preguntas para los directores y ellos van a tocar diferentes temas para darle información de diferentes programas que ofrecen en sus escuelas.
Great, thank you so much, Doreen. All right, we're going to start out by, now that you know who they are, to hear about the 3 best things about their school in the district. And I'm going to start out with Mrs. Helen from Garden Lakes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome and happy Halloween weekend. My name is Jill Helland, and I am the proud instructional leader and principal at Garden Lakes. And the 3 top things I think would be, number 1, we have an amazing, just like all the schools, caring, compassionate, passionate, and dedicated staff who really care about our students and families as individuals and help each other across the grade level. We have an amazing Design and Build STEAM Academy for our middle school that is sponsored by GCON. And we, like all the schools, have ASU online accelerated class opportunities for our middle school students in both ELA and math, which is just so phenomenal that we can push our students to the next level to be able to provide that acceleration for them. So those are just three of the amazing things about Garden Lakes.
Oh, that's great. And I know Doreen's going to summarize that quickly for us.
Yes, sí, por supuesto. La escuela Garden Lakes tiene, como todas las escuelas en nuestro distrito, tienen un personal que tienen compasión, les importa a los estudiantes y la comunidad y tienen mucha pasión por el trabajo que hacen. Dos de muchos programas que la escuela ofrece es el programa STEAM, que es de ciencia, tecnología, matemática e ingeniería, y además para los estudiantes de la escuela intermedia. Además, también ofrecen un programa del ASU de educación acelerada para los niños también de la escuela intermedia.
Great, thank you so much. And I know Mr. Gonzalez has lots of great things that he wants to share about Via de Paz. So take it away, Mr. Gonzalez.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Yes, I was only 3 because we have a bunch of awesome things happening here at Via de Paz. Good morning, everybody. My name is Abraham Gonzalez, and I'm the proud principal at Via de Paz. But just to highlight what Ms. Helen said, we also have a dedicated, hardworking staff, and here at Via de Paz, we always have the motto of VDP family. We also have a computer science academy where our students from kinder to 8th grade learn how to code and problem solve and do computational thinking. And we have worked really hard this year to establish partnerships with Verizon and Arizona State University as well too. And we look forward to also hopefully establishing partnerships with Amazon as well too. Thank you.
That's great. Okay. Doreen, just give us a brief summary of that.
Yes, por supuesto. El director de la Escuela Vía de Paz, a pesar de tener también un personal muy dedicado y como las otras escuelas, ellos también ofrecen una academia de computación y codificación desde los grados kinder hasta octavo, y también ofrecen oportunidades, tienen una colaboración con Verizon y ASU para ofrecer más oportunidades para los estudiantes de Vía de Paz.
That's great. You can see how busy our principals are, not only being instructional leaders at their school, but also reaching out into their communities to find amazing opportunities for their students and staff and families. So Ms. Siobhan McCarthy from Rio Vista, I know you've got fabulous things going on. Please share a few with us.
Yeah, thank you, Netta. That was a perfect segue. I am Siobhan McCarthy, the principal at Rio Vista, home of the Mustangs. So thank you everybody for being here with us. And I can tell you this was probably the hardest question for us to answer, just as Abraham said, because to narrow it down to just 3 amazing things is really hard for us to do. But Rio Vista has a few new things happening this year that I wanted to highlight. We also have a partnership that's brand new to schools. It's a partnership with Phoenix Raceway, which used to be Phoenix International Raceway right here in Avondale, and with NASCAR. And so our 3rd grade students in our STEAM program will be working with some drivers and learning all about the mechanics of the cars and the different careers out on the racetrack. So we are really excited to start that new journey with NASCAR and Phoenix Raceway. We also have a cool new collaboration with Lego Education, in which Dr. Cruz helped us with a grant for that one. So thank you, Dr. Cruz. We are embarking on that as we speak. We just handed out boxes of Legos to our 3rd and 4th grade students, and they will be manipulating the Legos and creating all sorts of mechanical powered, whatever you can think of, cars. I know they were going to be working on tractors, all kinds of stuff. So we can't wait to see what they create. And we're also really proud because we're able to continue to sustain some of our after school programs. And so just as Mr. Gonzalez mentioned, the grant with ASU and Verizon, we actually have our 6th and 8th graders working with Verizon and ASU as well with immersive media. So they will be working in their after school science club with that.
Wow, fabulous. Just amazing things going on. Yes. So Doreen, please give us a little summary.
Sure. En la escuela Rio Vista, también como el resto de nuestras escuelas tienen un personal muy dedicado y Rio Vista este año comenzó una colaboración con el lugar de carreras NASCAR, el Phoenix International Raceway, y los estudiantes van a tener una oportunidad de ver cómo los carros funcionan, la mecánica y también pasar tiempo con los conductores. Y también tienen una colaboración con Lego Education y los niños de tercer y cuarto grado van a recibir Legos y van a poder crear diferentes cosas con los Legos. Esto fue mediante una beca que Dr. Cruz ayudó a la señora McCarthy a obtener, y también en Rio Vista como en Villa de Paz tienen el STEAM Academy, también como que es la ciencia, matemática, tecnología, y también tienen la colaboración con Verizon en ASU para un programa después de la escuela.
Wonderful, thank you. You can see a lot of these crossovers, how our schools are involved together with so many of these amazing programs. And so Mr. Mike Woolsey from Pendergast has some great things going on. He's going to share a couple
Awesome. Yeah, thanks so much, Ned. And I was just thinking the same thing. One of my staff members' husbands works out at PIR, and we also have teamed up with NASCAR and are doing some things out with the raceway as well. So just a lot of crossover, just like you said. But at Pendergast, we also have a great caring staff that's so flexible, that's so loving of their kids. And our families, you know, we haven't mentioned our families yet, and our families in our community are just so rich with tradition and passion, and they love sharing, and they love being involved in their kids' education. So I love that about our school and our district, honestly, is that we do have one of the most caring, involved communities and set of parents that I've ever worked with, and it's really incredible to have them. We also have a couple of academies on our campus as well. Our school is a green school, and believe it or not, we've been open 11 years as a new campus, so it's not really new anymore. But our school is built in a sustainable way, and we were the first green school in Phoenix back 11 years ago when we opened. And so we still have our Sustainability Academy that is with our 7th and 8th graders, where they learn about keeping our planet healthy, and they learn everything from recycling to composting in our garden, and just hands-on projects like that is what we love to do. I wrote down some notes here. End of the bubble test. We still have to take bubble tests for the state, but we really want more of a project-based outcome for our kids at Pendergast. So a lot of the things that we do are hands-on, and getting their hands dirty and doing fun stuff. We're going into year 6 with our partnership with Apple as well. We were always kind of labeled the Apple School. About 6 years ago, we got the Apple Connected grant. President Obama had a grant to get more of our title schools involved in technology. So we're going into 6 years now, one-to-one devices with Apple. The devices will never replace the teacher, but we can leverage the kids. And again, I was in a kindergarten classroom yesterday to see how amazing the kids are. Picking up a device, they're already sharing videos of themselves, reading, and they're just so comfortable with technology now. It's just really another extension of themselves. And again, it doesn't replace the teacher, but we're doing awesome things with Apple and with Connect Ed, engaging kids in a technology virtual way. So lots of cool things happening as well. But our academies, our Cultural Studies Academy as well, is continuing and going strong. We're going into year 3 of our Cultural Studies. We started off with an amazing, inspirational Latina luncheon event the very first year. Last year, we added Asian studies and studied China, and we learned Mandarin. This year, we're moving up a grade and adding another grade level, and we're really going to dive deep into the Philippines, because we have all these awesome exchange teachers in our district that we can tap into for information and really to learn more about their culture as well. So we're just learning more and more about different cultures, as well as our culturally responsive teaching that we're learning about this year and doing more of in our district as a whole.
Wow, I think I need to go back to school hearing all these great things going on. So Doreen, just give us a brief summary of a couple of the things that you heard from Principal Woolsey.
Sure. El director, Mr. Woolsey, de la escuela Pendergast, compartió mucha información sobre la escuela y programas únicos que tienen aquí. La escuela Pendergast es una escuela verde, entonces ellos hacen cosas que mantienen, que ayudan al ambiente, así como reciclando, haciendo sus su propio, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I forgot the word in Spanish, pero hacen cosas para mantener el ambiente limpio y también tienen una colaboración con Apple, es por una beca que recibieron hace 6 años y el programa de etnicidad, el primer año hicieron estudios de latinos, el segundo año fue, I'm sorry, was the second year China, you said? Or,
Yeah, we added the Asian studies the second year and we studied
Asian
China
studies,
and
I'm sorry.
Mandarin. Yep.
El segundo año fue de estudios asiáticos y este año van a hacer estudios de filipinos porque tenemos varios empleados fabulosos de las Filipinas y este año van a dedicar su estudio étnico a las Filipinas.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I know that's difficult to be translating, interpreting from English to Spanish. So we really appreciate the job that you're doing, Doreen. So thank you very much. I have one more question that I'm going to ask, and that's to talk about, we're all in distance learning, and we've heard a lot about it, but I'd like a couple people to share about what's been the best things about distance learning at your school. So Siobhan, I'm going to let you go ahead and take that, and Jill. So talk to us, just give us a couple examples of some great things for distance learning.
Sure. Yeah, no, I'm proud to share this with Jill because I know that we've learned a lot in the last few months, and we're really proud of the gains that our kids and our teachers have made. But I think first and foremost, we're very fortunate to have a governing board and a superintendent who support the health and safety of our kids and our staff during this time. So we just want to say thank you for that and making sure that we're all doing what we need to do to keep our communities safe and healthy. I think one of the things that's really come out for the community at Rio Vista is just the collaboration that we've had with our parents and families right now. There has been a lot of communication, sometimes even during class, that parents are getting involved in helping their students and learning right alongside them. So it's really given it's kind of broken down that barrier and given our teachers the opportunity to work with their parents more in the education of their kids.
Great.
Jill, do you want to share a couple things?
Yes, Jill, please.
Yes, thank you. And yeah, to go along with that, some things we didn't even know that would come out of this, but students are more able to advocate for themselves and ask for help because they have the chat feature and they can send a private message to the teacher. So we see a lot of students really, getting the individualized help and assistance they need because, they're not afraid to ask. So that's awesome. And this is kind of another, the teachers always share with the purpose and the objective and standards are for each lesson. But I feel like it's way more explicit now. The students know exactly because it's right there, like on a slide or a presentation. The kids know exactly what are they learning today? And what does mastery look like? And what do they need to have at the end? And all the steps are laid out for them so they can really be successful. So I think that's another positive point. And we always encourage collaboration. And so on Zoom, the students can just break out into a breakout session. The teacher can break them out right away so they can collaborate to discuss their learning and work together. So a lot of great features have come out as part of distance learning so we can continue to teach at high levels, which is very encouraging and exciting. And I too want to say thank you to our board and district administration for putting our student safety first. We truly appreciate you.
All right, wonderful. Doreen, I'm going to let you go ahead and interpret that. You're on mute, Doreen.
I'm sorry. La señora Siobhan de Rio Vista, la pregunta que dijo la señora Shafir es ¿cuál ha sido una cosa positiva desde que hemos estado en casa durante la pandemia? La señora Siobhan dijo que una de las cosas, primero que nada, le quería agradecer a la mesa directiva y a la superintendente por poner la seguridad y la salud de nuestros niños y la comunidad en primera plana. Segundo, ella dice que este ha sido, ha visto el apoyo de los padres durante ese tiempo y la comunicación. También la señora Helen dijo que la comunicación y la colaboración entre las maestras, viendo cómo a veces las maestras hacen diferentes salones en Zoom y comparan trabajo y se ayudan unas a las otras.
Wonderful, thank you. It's really been exciting to see how many new programs teachers have been using, how they've really reached into their toolbox and done some amazing things. And our board member, Ms. Ortega Rosales, asked, what can board members provide for you for virtual learning? Is there anything that you need from our board members? And they'd like to know that.
I want to say that, you know, it's been such a fabulous collaboration. Like, first off, Dr. Cruz and the Ed Services team have provided a whole list of online resources that we might not have ever found before. And the schools do a great job of collaborating, sharing with each other, like, hey, did you know about Nearpod? Did you know about this or that? So we have at our fingertips expertise from all 12 schools. But thank you, board, for continuing to provide. Like, we got an upgraded Zoom that was fabulous. Some of the other pieces that have been purchased, maybe some of you can help me remember those, but they have been really a great resource and benefit to all of us.
Thank you. Doreen?
La señora Helen dijo que le quiso dar las gracias al Departamento de los Estudiantes, Servicios al Estudiante, la doctora Cruz, porque ellos han ofrecido una lista extendida de recursos y lugares electrónicos que de otra manera a lo mejor no hubieran podido obtener. Y también le gusta mucho la colaboración entre las maestras compartiendo diferentes recursos y diferentes ideas.
Thank you. We're very grateful to our school board and to Ed Services and everyone who supports our principals, our teachers, our school staff. So thank you, principal panel. You are amazing, and we really are grateful for all the wisdom that you shared with us today. And now we are going to have a special guest from the Avondale Public Library. The Community Outreach Manager, Janet Dayer, is going to share really exciting things going on at your Avondale Public Library.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Janet Dayer. I am the Community Outreach Manager with the City of Avondale Public Library. I am so honored to be here today with such an amazing group. Today, we will be covering a variety of services and programs that the library has to offer.
La señora Dayer vino de la biblioteca de Avondale y ella quiere compartir varios programas que la biblioteca ofrece a la comunidad y a los padres.
So first and foremost, I would like to start off by saying that we are open. We have actually been open for a few months now. We have 2 library branches. We have Civic Center Library and Sam Garcia. Sam Garcia is open 7 days a week, and Civic Center is open only 6 days a week. We are following CDC guidelines and are only allowing 20 people inside the building at once, with masks required while inside the branch and a 1-hour limit to each guest.
Ella quiere empezar diciendo que las bibliotecas están abiertas al público, han estado abiertas por varios meses. La biblioteca Sam Garcia está abierta 7 días a la semana. La biblioteca Civic Center está abierta 6 días. Ellos están siguiendo las guías del CDC. Solamente permiten 20 personas a la vez, 1 hora por persona, y las mascarillas son requeridas.
Awesome. So library cards are free to anyone who lives within Maricopa County, which is most of your families and students. We have 2 main types of library cards. We have student and adult library cards. The student cards give you access to check out up to 5 books. It has no overdue fees, gives students access to use our computers, and gives complete access to all of our online digital services. For adult cards, you can check out up to 30 items, and 15 of those items can be DVDs, gives you access to our computers and digital resources as well.
La biblioteca ofrece tarjetas de biblioteca gratis a todos los residentes del condado de Maricopa. Tienen dos tipos de tarjetas, una para estudiantes, donde los estudiantes pueden sacar 5 libros a la vez. También tiene acceso a las computadoras y a los servicios electrónicos o vía servicios electrónicos, y también tienen una tarjeta para adultos donde pueden sacar hasta 30 libros y 15 de estos incluyen DVDs, películas, y pueden usar las computadoras y accesos a todos los recursos digitales. Ya no, también otra cosa es que ya no tienen cargos por regresar los libros tardes.
So you can get a library card at the branch. You can come in, or if you do not feel comfortable coming in yet, we completely understand. You can sign up online. So whatever option is available for you. We also have been attending all of the Avondale city events, and we bring applications with us. So if you, like last night, we had a drive-through Halloween event. That could have been another opportunity, or our Food Truck Friday event that we had the week prior. So we're at all those events signing people up there as well.
Hay dos maneras de obtener una tarjeta de la biblioteca. Pueden ir en persona y solicitarlas, pero si no se sienten seguros yendo en persona, también la pueden obtener en línea. Y también otra manera es ellos asisten a todos los eventos en Avondale, y ahí también es una oportunidad de obtener una tarjeta porque ellos llevan consigo el aparato necesario para poder inscribir a personas para obtener su tarjeta de biblioteca.
Some of the services we are currently offering include printing, copies, faxing, movies, books, computers, and Wi-Fi. Printing and copies and the faxing does have a nominal fee, but the remainder of the services are all free with your Avondale library card. And we do have the latest, like, for example, I'm a big movie person. So whenever like Redbox gets the new movies, we get them too. But ours are free and you get to keep them for 7 days.
Algunos de los servicios que la biblioteca ofrece es pueden imprimir, hacer copias, mandar facsímiles, tienen películas, libros, computadoras y Wi-Fi. Para imprimir y hacer copias y mandar facsímiles hay un costo mínimo, pero las películas y los otros servicios son gratis, y ella dice que una de las cosas que a ella les gusta son películas, y algunas de las películas que pueden obtener en Redbox pagando, pueden sacarlas en la biblioteca gratis y pueden usarlas hasta por 7 días.
So this is a program I am very proud of and excited for. Avi Learning Lab is our new tutoring service that we offer. It is a free service if you have your Avondale library card. So there are also live tutors every day from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. and tutoring is offered for kindergarten through college. And all you have to do is log on. As long as you have your library card, you log on. You pick your grade level. There's different topics from English to writing to social studies, and you pick whatever you need help on. And then if you need live one-on-one tutoring, you just go ahead and schedule that whenever it's convenient for you. And as long as it's between 2 p.m. and 11 p.m., they'll be able to offer that assistance. This is also offered in Spanish.
Otro de los servicios que la biblioteca ofrece es tutoría, y es gratis, sin costo. Ellos ofrecen para todos los que tienen una tarjeta de la biblioteca, la tutoría se ofrece desde las 2 de la tarde hasta las 11 de la noche. Ustedes pueden, siempre y cuando tengan la tarjeta, pueden entrar y hacer, si necesitan tutoría individual, pueden hacer una cita para la hora que sea más conveniente para usted, y también esto se ofrece en español, y es de los grados kinder hasta colegio, hasta la universidad.
And then lastly, I just would like to say all of our programs are currently virtual. You can stay connected with us on all of our social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and that is where we post all of our current initiatives and programs and services. Some of our programs that we are currently offering that are virtual include a preschool story time, a Wigglers and Walkers story time. We also started a 5-minute Spanish story time. And then we most recently started this week, we launched a More to Explore challenges, which are STEAM focused and based. And those are for ages 6 to 12. And we are also offering kits along with all of those services. So when you follow us on social media and the videos are available on there, you can also sign up, register for a kit, and then come pick up those kits at either branch, whichever is most convenient for you. Pick up those kits and then follow along at home.
La biblioteca también tiene páginas en Facebook, Instagram y YouTube, y también ofrecen programas como cuentacuentos para niños de 2 a 5 años, también para bebés hasta 24 meses, tienen Wigglers and Walkers, 5 minutos cuentacuento en español, y también ofrecen un programa de STEAM para los niños de las edades de 6 a 12 años.
Thank you so much. I'm just looking at the chat and we have a couple questions. Janet, outstanding information. Everybody's very excited about it. Lydia Hernandez would like to know, do we have to register for the tutoring? So would you share that one more time?
So for the tutoring, as long as you have your library card, you log on to the link and you create an account with Avi Learning Lab. And it's actually sponsored by BrainFuse. So it's BrainFuse, the account that you create. And you can find those links either on our social media or on our main Avondale library page. But then if you want the live tutoring, that's where you'll see a main schedule, a live tutoring. And that's where you will be able to log in and schedule with their tutors. But if you just want to go on there to watch the videos and have different activities, they also have printouts. You don't need to have any type of scheduled appointment. You just log in and scroll through and find whatever you're looking for.
All right, great.
Do you want me to translate that?
Yes, please. Just summarize.
Ella hizo una clarificación sobre la tutoría. Hay dos tipos de tutoría. Si simplemente necesita ayuda a ver un video o leer alguna información de ayuda que necesita, puede entrar con su tarjeta, busca el grado que le corresponde y ahí puede ver la información. Pero si necesita tutoría en persona o individual, puede hacer una cita y entonces ahí está alguien, un tutor que le puede ayudar individualmente con sus necesidades de cosas que no están enlistadas en la página.
Excellent. Janet, fabulous information. Everybody's really excited to share this. We're so grateful for the Avondale Public Library. You don't have to live in Avondale to get a library card anywhere in Maricopa County. So that's everybody. So thank you so much. And I'm going to turn this back over to Dr. DeBlue. She's going to respond to a question in the chat. So Dr. DeBlue.
I'm really enjoying all these resources and presentations. So thank you again. Yes, I have a question here from Megan Cushing. As a district, are we advocating for the children to return to classrooms? I understand that many students do well with this format and that you are all very proud of the successes with those students, but what about the students that are falling behind because they need hands-on learning? Thank you for bringing that up, Megan. As a district, I know the board and I have many discussions over this. We truly want to bring the kids back and get ready to the brick and mortar learning that we know is best for them. However, when we look at the metrics that have been given to us by the health department, we have not met them yet, and our COVID cases are really, really high and getting worse, unfortunately. So until we can safely bring your children, our students, back to school, we will continue with distance learning. However, we will work with every one of the parents and the students to provide them the education they deserve, because we know it's difficult. So right now we are returning. We don't have a date yet for returning to school. It's until further notice. But every Thursday, please note that the principals will be sending out letters telling us where we are with the metrics. I believe we've met 1 out of the 3, and it's also on our website. And anything we can do to help you, please let us know. So I hope that answers some of that. If not, just message us and we'll be glad to get back with you on that. But thank you, team, for all that you're doing. Thank you, parents, for your support. We appreciate it.
Okay. Doreen, if you just do a brief summary of that as we wrap up.
Hubo una mamá que tuvo una pregunta de cuándo vamos a regresar, que dijo, primero que nada, dijo que le gustó la presentación de todas las cosas positivas que están sucediendo en las escuelas durante la pandemia con los niños que están aprendiendo desde casa, pero ella preguntó qué pasa con los niños que no están, que están un poquito atrasados, y Dr. DeBlue le contestó que no nos gustaría nada más que poder regresar a la escuela físicamente y enseñar de la manera que nosotros mejor lo hacemos, pero desafortunadamente porque seguimos los guías del estado del Departamento de Salud de CDC, nos han dado unos metrics, unas medidas que tenemos que alcanzar, y desafortunadamente nuestro distrito y la mayoría de nuestras escuelas no han alcanzado esas medidas indicadas. Entonces, aunque queramos regresar a las escuelas, no es en el mejor bienestar para el bienestar de la salud y seguridad de las familias y de los niños. No tenemos una fecha designada aún de cuándo regresar hasta que alcancemos todas esas medidas establecidas.
Gracias. All right, thank you so much for using the chat and sharing information. And please share what you've learned today. That's really important for us to know. We'll be sending out a survey so we can always be improving. And we're really excited to bring you the next parent lunch that will be on December the 11th. We have Vicki Saylor from Common Sense Media. She's going to present a wonderful workshop on digital awareness, parent using media to the best of your abilities and being a good digital citizen. So we encourage you to vote if you haven't already on Tuesday. As Hilda told us, a very important election coming up for everyone. So please vote. There's information on social media about where to vote if you need that on our social media. Please follow us on all the different ways to stay connected. We are so grateful to all the people who presented today. Mr. A from VDP, excellent tips. We really appreciate that. Ariadna Berrigan from Amber Leah, wonderful. Our 4 principals, Jill Helen from Garden Lakes, Abraham Gonzalez from Villa de Paz, Mike Woolsey from Pendergast, Siobhan McCarthy from Rio Vista, and they were terrific. Janet Dayer from Avondale Library. Everybody was so excited about the resources that you provided for us, and everybody who helped make this happen today. All the behind the scenes work that's done. It doesn't happen without a lot of hard work, so we're very grateful to everyone. Thank you so much for being with us today. We will appreciate it, and we will be seeing you very soon. Have a very safe Halloween, everybody. And we send our best to you because we are Pendergast, the district that believes in you. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. Bye-bye.